Hello everyone, welcome to my studio. I'm Kurt Bruegel and I have a passion for drawing. My profile has a link to my website, kurtbruegel.com. Follow me, join me every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Invite friends, feel free to ask questions, make comments. And as always, tap the screen if you like what you see. For the next 20 minutes, I'm going to get started on this cover recreation from a 1947 Planet Stories pulp fiction book. These things are great. I have a couple of them. This one in particular is a Gardner F. Fox story called The Sword of the Seven Sons. And I'm doing a remastering, replication of the story. I did it once before, and that was for the Warlock of Shardor, which was a 1953 Planet Stories. And then converted it into one of Gardner F. Fox's creations, a sword and sorcery fella by the name of Crom the Barbarian. So this is a pretty exciting story. It's very Edgar Rice Burroughs, John Carter, Man of Mars. Yeah, it's kind of neat. It's got a bit of a Tarzan twist too. I'm just going to start laying down some orange, some bright orange. So going to be nothing too exciting, but just the laying down of the groundwork, the foundation stuff. But yeah, the story is quite exciting. The Sword of the Seven Sons is very comic book, which these pulp fiction stories were more the origins of comic books than I think people give them credit for. So I love the old school camp of them. And the cover, it's kind of a funny one in one sense, that this very good-looking lady standing her ground with a ray gun, but the ray gun seems to have some sort of like, I don't know, like foamy, electrifying, it's choking this guy here. It's hard to see in the original cover. The wording gets right over the top of it, so I had to kind of reinvent what was really going on in that in the scene. So hopefully I'm doing justice. I don't know if I'm going to turn this story over to Crom or not. It's a little bit too sci-fi. A lot of these stories were sword and planet. In other words, they didn't really deal too much with technology, other than some sort of kind of like a electronic magic. Because this is 1947, so back then what we're living in and as an age of technological advancement was just on the horizons. So they had to make up a lot of stuff. So making that stuff up translated pretty well over to, you know, sword and sorcery type storytelling, which was obviously the sorcery being magic. This one has a an interesting catalyst right in the center of the story, as well as the planet, which is this machine, as they just keep referring to, which is godlike and spitting out food and other technologies and stuff. Hey Jeff, good morning. Welcome to my studio. Glad to see you can make it. Getting a Planet Stories 1947 cover recreation started with a little bit of orange color pencil today. But Gardner F. Fox, the writer of this story, went on to be one of the, if not the most prolific comic book writers from the Golden and Silver Age. He worked on The Flash. Hey, thank you, Jeff. He worked on Flash. Some say he invented The Flash. Back then, comic books were highly, highly collaborative efforts. So yeah, it was kind of yet to be seen who was creating what, who was responsible for what. Gardner Fox invented the Batman utility belt. I thought that was neat when I came across that. So, very prolific guy. Worked on the Green Lantern. Yeah, and then he did not only comic book writing, but through his life, he also did a lot of just book or novelette. The paperback industry was really booming in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So he did his own version of, like Barbarians, like Conan the Barbarian, and he had a character named Kothar, and then another character named Kyrick. He did a 2-volume set of his own John Carter Man of Mars. So yeah, good fun stuff. His writing can be a bit patchy. I kind of lend it to you got to use a lot of your own imagination for transitions in his writing. But I think it's because he pretty much was already in the comic book field right out of the gate. Late 30s, early 40s. Yeah, yep. So, good stuff. Good fun. I know storylines nowadays in comic books have a tendency to be very overthought. Trying to be multi-dimensional, which is great. It's great. Not a criticism, just an observation. I prefer... oh, cool. Yes, I will definitely check you out. Powerful Chef 16. What is your subject matter? You're welcome. Anyway, it gives some support to one another here on Periscope, which is still in its fledgling creation. I don't think anybody really knows what to do with it. Realistic art, something. All right, wow. I will be in a show in October in Reading, Pennsylvania. Boris and Julie will be there. It's called ILLUXCon, ILLUXCON.com, as you can hit the website. It's the largest gathering of, Dion, thank you for the follow. Largest gathering of fantasy artists, and of course Boris and Julie are there, as well as just, oh my gosh, tons of people. It's very exciting. I have a showcase table, as a matter of fact, in it, so very exciting. Keeps me focused in on working each and every day. So as I was saying, the comic book industry as of lately is still in its how deep we can get with these characters, which I think is great. Yes, definitely. ILLUXCON, ILLUXCON. uxcon.com. I tell you, if you live in the area or you can get out here, it is 4 days of just magnificent creativity. I mean, really, everybody and anybody in the industry makes an appearance, whether they're in the show, the main show, the showcase, exhibit. It's just a great time if you just really enjoy, love, even to the point of me being obsessed with. Okay. IllexCon, Illinois. We have to contact somebody, see if we can make that happen. But yeah, give it a look, especially if you're into magical realism. The show is only for art that is physically made. That means drawn and painted. No digital exhibition of work is allowed. So it's kind of a very, very specific look into the industry as a whole. So, John, thank you for the follow. It's very about the traditional ideas of not only fantasy art, but art making overall. You know, a lot of looking into where fantasy art sort of comes from. Rembrandt's, the Peter Paul Rubens, even getting into the Romantics, like Rossetti, William Hunt. So, yes, very supportive of the arts. A lot of, it's not like I do use Prismacolor pencils. I also, in addition, get into the art sticks. So this is just the orange version of the pencil. It's just a solid stick of color pencil goodness. So I'm very much into them. Oh yeah. They easily translate my drawings. My drawing is an actual drawing that I did in pencil on paper, scanned it in, and then this is an 11 by 17 Strathmore tan-toned paper, and it's very nice in gradation. It has a ability to play with the darker colors as well as the lighter colors. And I think more importantly, it can help you really, really get into midtones and understanding midtones. So this is, here's a matter of fact, let me grab the drawing. That's the wrong way to put it. There it is. And there we go. So that's the drawing. Just a nice pencil drawing on 11 by 17 paper. So, and then this is going to be a future drawing I do. Still working out. It's a concept piece. The sword and sorcery mistress named Varla of Valkarth. I'm reading the book actually right now, the story. So it's pretty fun stuff. In the pulp fiction genre. So very exciting. That'll be coming down the road. I'm going to be spending the week working on this piece as a larger piece. I'm just going to give it a lot of time and attention, and let you good people jump in periodically. Thursday, this coming Thursday, I'll be on at 9 a.m. And yeah, see what's happening with this Planet Story recreation. So if anybody has questions or comments, please feel free. If you like what you see, of course, tap the screen, throw some hearts up, some love and encouragement. So Sometimes we get some technical difficulties with either my connection, Periscope. Awesome. Thank you, Dion. Thank you. Yeah, I look forward to also checking out some of your stuff. I noticed a lot of people on Periscope that are doing drawing and painting, they do it in the evening. I keep the evenings for reading, winding down. I usually get up at 5 or 6 in the morning and get straight into the studio. I like giving all my creative energies and attention to my art first, and then spend the rest of the day doing business and answering emails and posting on websites. So I usually work till about 12, sometimes 2 o'clock. So I'd like to do at least a couple in the future Periscopes at night, just to see the response. Oh, cool. What time in the morning, Dion? And when? Because then I can set my alarm clock. Around 10, okay. Any specific days? Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I have a couple of followers by name. Shout out to Jeff if he's still with us. It's kind of nice. I think it helps other people to sort of plan out whether they can make one or not, or at least come by and check out. I have a lot of drive-bys. People stop by, say hi, good-looking drawing, throw some hearts up, and then kind of continue on their day. Maybe come back and check out the replay later. But yeah, I would definitely suggest having some set days. I think a lot of people sort of use the idea of it being like television. I say only up to a point, maybe just in broadcasting when those times would be, but I like the idea of just being real. You guys get a chance to just join me for 20 minutes in my studio, because I'm already here. Cool. I'm already here drawing, and 9 o'clock I'm really getting moving. So it's kind of easy for me to just throw my phone up onto a clamp on a lamp above me, turn it on, and just keep drawing for 20 more minutes and answer questions. And most importantly, why I do this is to really encourage others to grab a piece of paper and a pencil and draw something. So yeah, 20 minutes are up for today. I want to thank everybody joining me, and I will be back on Thursday, 9 a.m. with this Planet Story cover recreation. There's a good chance that there'll be a lot more done than just orange. It's on a clamp. It's kind of hard to show at this point, but it was a very inexpensive clamp I got from eBay, which has two clamps. It has a clamp for the phone and then a clamp that I put to an overhead lamp, which is actually throwing out the light. You can actually... So I'll try to post something up on Twitter if I can find the clamp again on eBay. All right, once again, thanks so much for joining me. I'm Kurt Bruegel. You've been in my studio for the last 20 minutes. I have a passion for drawing. Follow me and join me every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Invite your friends. And as always, if you got time today, grab a piece of paper and a nice pencil and draw. All right? Thanks, Dion. We'll see you later. Have a great day, everyone.